Right before lightning strikes you, your hair might stand straight up and you'll feel almost nothing at all. No pain yet. No warning sound, just a strange electric stillness in the air around you, seconds before one of the most powerful natural forces on Earth chooses you as its path to the ground. You have 30 seconds and almost nobody recognizes the signs in time. You're caught in the open and the storm arrived faster than the forecast said it would. 25 seconds left. Here's what's actually happening in the atmosphere above you right now. Meteorologists who study thunderstorm electrification explain that as a storm cloud develops, violent internal air currents cause ice particles and water droplets to collide constantly, and those collisions strip electrons from some particles and deposit them on others. The result is a growing charge separation inside the cloud, negative charge pooling near the base, positive charge building near the top, like a battery slowly charging itself in the sky above you. Why does that matter for you? Standing on the ground far below all of this, because the negative charge building at the cloud's base begins repelling electrons in the ground beneath it, leaving the surface directly under the storm positively charged. Physicists who study atmospheric electricity describe this as the ground and cloud essentially reaching toward each other, building the electrical tension that a lightning strike ultimately releases. 20 seconds left. This is where the invisible part of the story becomes almost visible. If you know what to look for as that electrical tension peaks, positively charged streamers can begin rising from tall objects, trees, poles, and yes, people reaching upward to meet the descending charge from the cloud. Lightning safety researchers describe the sensation some survivors report right before being struck: hair standing on end, skin tingling, a faint buzzing or crackling sound in the air, sometimes even a metallic taste. These aren't random symptoms. They're direct evidence that you may be standing inside a rising streamer, one of several competing to become lightning's chosen path to the ground. What should you actually do if you feel that sensation move? Immediately, crouching low with your feet together, minimizing contact with the ground while getting as low and small as possible according to guidance from meteorological safety organizations. This isn't about outrunning lightning. It's about reducing the odds that you're the highest, most attractive path available in that specific instant. 15 seconds left. Here's the detail that surprises almost everyone. Lightning doesn't strike everywhere. The tension builds. It follows the path of least resistance, which is why height and isolation matter more than almost anything else. A tree standing alone in an open field, a solitary figure on a golf course, a lone hiker above the tree line, all become disproportionately likely targets, not because lightning is aiming for them specifically, but because physics is choosing the shortest, easiest route available. 10 seconds left. If you're near water right now, the danger compounds in a way many people don't expect. Electrical engineers who study lightning behavior note that water conducts electricity efficiently across its entire surface, meaning a strike on a lake or ocean doesn't just endanger whoever it directly hits. Current can travel outward through the water itself, affecting anyone nearby, even without a direct strike. 8 seconds left. Metal objects, despite popular belief, don't actually attract lightning any more than non-metal objects of the same height and location. Physicists are clear on this misconception. Lightning responds to height, shape, and isolation, not material. But once a strike does occur, metal conducts that current efficiently through and along an object, which is precisely why holding metal tools, golf clubs, or standing near metal fencing during a storm remains dangerous. Not because it draws lightning in, but because of what happens the instant it does connect. 5 seconds left. If a strike is imminent nearby, some people describe an almost supernatural sense of stillness in the final moment, the air itself feeling charged and expectant. Atmospheric scientists studying strike precursors suggest this may be a combination of the physical sensations already described and the sheer intensity of a rapidly intensifying electric field, something the human nervous system registers as deeply, instinctively wrong even before any conscious recognition occurs. 3 seconds left. The strike itself, when it happens, is almost incomprehensibly fast. A lightning bolt can heat the surrounding air to roughly 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun for a fraction of a second, causing the explosive rapid expansion of air that produces thunder. Survivors of lightning strikes, and there are more than most people expect, often describe the moment itself as a blinding flash and a sound louder than anything they've experienced, with little to no memory of the physical impact. 1 second left. Whether the charge finds you or finds the tree, the pole, or the isolated high point nearby instead. The outcome was shaped by decisions made well before this final second. Decisions about where you sought shelter, how quickly you moved once the storm arrived, and whether you recognized your own body's warning signs for what they actually were. Here's what all of this actually means, for anyone who's ever waited just a little too long to head inside when thunder started rolling in the distance. The 30-second window was never really about the final few seconds before a strike. It was about the choices made minutes earlier, whether to seek real shelter the moment thunder was first heard, whether to avoid open fields, high ground, and isolated tall objects, and whether you would have recognized your hair standing on end as a warning instead of a curiosity. You had 30 seconds, and the version of you that walks away isn't the one who felt that strange electric stillness and stayed to see what would happen next. It's the one who moved the instant something in the air felt wrong, low and fast, toward real shelter before physics finished making its choice.